It's my pleasure to introduce this year's class spokespeople. First, we'll hear from Catherine Reese-Woodard, CPCU, who works for USAA in Houston, Texas.
I began my career in insurance in 2004 during a historic hurricane season for the Florida coast. I genuinely enjoyed working in claims and obtained several professional designations as my career progressed. In 2011, my husband and I found out that we were expecting our second child. I knew I wanted to obtain my CPCU and had the support of both my husband and my company, USAA, so I decided to start taking exams, trying to get as much as done as possible before bringing home a newborn. I was studying for my second exam when the unexpected happened. My son, Ben, due in April, was born 11 weeks early and admitted directly to a level 3 NICU. He couldn't breathe or swallow on his own and was so fragile that we couldn't touch him at all. In the face of these challenges, our medical team's advice was to talk to him as much as possible. They wanted him to get comfort from our familiar voices and begin the process of bonding with us. Now, I consider myself a pretty good communicator, but talking to someone who can't talk back to you for hours on end was a challenge. I told Ben the plots of all my favorite books and movies. I held forth on current events, and for the first time ever was grateful for the never-ending news cycle of the 2012 election year. Then I started telling him about the subject I knew best, insurance. I related my claims war stories about the people I'd been able to help after catastrophes like Hurricane Katrina and the Huntsville tornadoes. I had just taken insurance financials, so I described accounting methods, balance sheets, income statements, even ratios to the poor child. I kept studying for my next exam, reading to him out loud from the insurance operations textbook. He heard about topics like insurance regulation and risk control. In the 6 weeks he was in the hospital, he, my husband, and our nurses heard more about insurance than most people do their entire lives. We were very fortunate. Ben was released from the hospital with no complications and is now an active tornado of a toddler. After his release, I kept working toward my CPCU, very often studying in my backyard with a textbook on the table, Ben in my lap, and my 4-year-old David running around in circles. David would even take breaks to hold up my flashcards and give me high fives no matter what my answers were. My husband and the leadership at USAA continued to support my progress, and I completed my CPCU about a year after Ben was brought home from the hospital. For me, my CPCU diploma symbolizes much more than just knowledge of insurance. It's time, effort, support, and a little boy who, subconsciously, knows quite a bit about managing risk.
You know, we've never given an honorary CPCU, but Ben, I don't know.